Scotty McPherson, the interviewer of ONW. And on right here with us, we're doing an interview with the king of the streets himself, the Gangster.
What up, what up?
Alright, Gangster. I know that you got a lot of beef with this ghost guy, so tell us what is going on.
Man, I'll tell you what. You know, Ghost has been ducking and dodging me for weeks now. Weeks. You know, all I hear when I'm in the back, all I hear when I'm in the ring is Ghost's mouth. Bitching here, bitching there. This bitch. Well, you know what?
My sister left those jeans.
Just like Powerhouse said, I'm tired of it.
Okay.
I don't know what his deal is. I'm throwing challenge after challenge after challenge. And he's scared. He keeps running. Well, here's my thing. Ghost, if you want to keep running, ducking, dodging people, this ain't the company for you, bruh. Go back to whatever C, D, F grade company that you came from. And why don't you just stay there? Because you're not in no minor or little leagues anymore. You're in a company where the big dogs play. And I'm a pit bull. You're just lunch. That's how I see you.
Damn, he's calling your
Now, before
fucking
you
ass
open up
out.
your mouth and start bitching again, listen to me for one quick second. Next time I see you, Ghost, and this is not a threat.
Oh, I thought he was
This is
calling
not
you
a
out.
promise. This is a guarantee. When I see you lurking around backstage, locker rooms, shit, even if you're in the ring, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna put you dead in the mouth. Just as simple as that. You know, because I don't have no respect for you. None. I don't like you, don't want to like you, and will never like you. You know, I stayed off your ass because of one person who wasn't King Dominator, King Feck, King Ragnar, or even our newest member, Lewis Carter. It wasn't them. No, the only reason why I haven't came after you yet was because of the owner and the GM asked me not to. Period. But I'm waiting my turn. And when I get you in that squirrel circle, I will rip your head off. That simple. So be prepared. And that's all I have to say about that.
So, Gangsta, how does it feel to be holding two different tag team titles? The Pro Tag Team Championships and the $1 Trillion Tag Team Championships.
Well, to be a double champion, tag champion at that, feels really good. Really, really good. You know, I mean, I worked my ass off, as anybody would, coming into a company, as a new guy, whatever, whatnot, you know. And as we keep having title match after title match, and keep defending them and keep winning, I don't think there's anybody, well, let me retract that statement. So far, there has not been anybody that's been able to stop us. I mean, I can see one team that will probably give us a run for our money. And that's only one team, and that's the hands of God. Now, I respect Devin Brosky, without a doubt. I know him from another company that I'm also in. And we haven't had a match. We haven't ran into each other. We've been cordial, all about respect. But whenever we do square up in the ring, I'm not going to hold back, and I know that neither is he. Respect is all there, and, well, they're going to give us a run for our money. I can guarantee you that, but we're not going to relinquish those titles anytime soon. Neither one. You literally have to be on your A game to beat us. And we're beyond that right now. And it feels also good.
Well, gangsta, I overhear about the match card that's going to be on Nightmare.
Oh, okay.
And on the match card, it's supposed to be the hands of God going up against the Kings of Royalty for the $1 trillion championship. What is your intake on that?
Ooh. And speaking of the hands of God, that's going to be a good one. That match is going to be a good one. I was just speaking about that earlier, and I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of excited to actually be in the ring for the first time with someone of that caliber, a team of that caliber. That team has a thing where they can go very, very far. They have the motion to be the top tag team in the company and the division. Not saying that they're not, because they are. They have a lot of talent. With just them two, period. So with that being said, I hope they bring it. Just like we will. Just like me and Feck will. Because the Kings of Royalty is not going to back down, and I know the hands of God is not going to back down. So that's going to be a war within itself.
So what is your intake on Justice?
Justice? Haven't seen the kid wrestle that much. But what I have seen, he can do some things. He can do some things. If he gets some of his moves down real tight, he can do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And I know sometimes, because I do it too, we get sidetracked or something, and we just lose our focus. But see, there's one thing you gotta remember. You're not in the ring by yourself. You got one dude saying? You got another dude standing across the ring from you, ready to take your head off. When it comes down to it, justice get down to business. He does what he can. But, you know, like I said, I hope he brings it. Nothing against the guy. You know, just, I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got.
So, Gangster, what is your intake about the Hands of God being the most dominant tag team in the last 6 years?
Last 6 years? That's an accomplishment. I mean, to be on a roll like that and on top of the game for 6 years straight, that's one hell of a feat, I'm telling you. You know, I wish, you know, I hope to reach that type of elite in the company. You know, that's one thing that me and the whole Crown Royalty, you know, not Crown Royalty, sorry, Kings of Royalty are looking forward to do. You know, to reach that feat, to go that long in dominance. You know, I mean, you really have to be focused and in tune with not only yourself, but in tune with the universe to do that. You know, you and your partner have to be one. Think the same way. The same way. You don't even have to talk to know what each other is about to do or think or, you know, or anything. You just look and you know and you do it. And that's what they're, and for the past 6 years, from what I hear, that's exactly what they do.
So, are you saying that the Kings of Royalty is going to become the most dominant tag team in pro?
Damn.
Well, I'm hoping. That's what we're aiming for. That's what we're aiming for. To be the most, or if not one of the most dominant tag teams in ONW Pro history. That's what we're aiming for. I'm not knocking the Hands of God or anything, because I have the most respect for that tag team. Just saying that the Kings of Royalty are on their way. Yeah, we have a lot of road ahead of us to get there, but we're on our way.
So, what do you think about the new attire to Lewis Carter?
Man, I love it. I love it. He fits right in. Lewis Carter fits right in. You know, I mean, when we brought the idea of him joining, you know, yeah, he had to think about it for a minute, because he was a solo artist. He's not really used to people watching his back. But we are a very tight-knit kind of group. We will watch your back. We will bail you out when you need it. But we will also let you handle your own shit when you so. And that's what we told him. He's a very good addition to our team. And I see him going really, really far. His attire fits right in. I'm loving it. And yeah, let's get it.
So what's your intake about Doug in ICW making Lewis Carter take off his golden arm after he ended up in a really bad car accident?
Well, I mean, you know, as far as Doug and ICW, I have nothing really bad to say, but I mean, I see what he was trying to do. He was trying to, he was trying to basically, I don't want to say try to tough it out, but he wanted him to work it, make it better. I know the intense training and all that Lewis Carter's dad put him through. And I understand. His arm wasn't ready and all that. But to get something back to the way it was, you have to work and work and work and train that part of your body really, really hard and very intensely.
I so gotta do this.
And Lewis Carter, he went along with it. Right now he's doing very well. I can say that he's doing very well. But he's still got some kinks to work out in that arm of his. And once that arm heals all the way back up, 100%, Lewis Carter is going to be something not to mess with in ICW. Trust me, once that arm gets back to 100%, he's going to be something that nobody wants to see.
So what is your intake about Lewis Carter's sleeper hold?
Yep, I'm going to do this video.
That sleeper hold. I wouldn't like to be the one on the receiving end of that. That's just what it is. I wouldn't be the one on the receiving end of that. Because with or without that arm, once that chokehold is locked in, it's done. It's over. You might as well tap out, go on about your day, live, not wake up in a hospital because you was too dumb enough to tap out when you had the chance. And now you're looking up at the ceiling of a damn hospital because now your windpipe is crushed. I'm glad that he's on our side, and I will never be on the receiving end of that. Just saying.
So what is your intake about Powerhouse going solo?
Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up because that whole ordeal between Powerhouse and Ghost attacking Powerhouse in the back. I'm gonna say this because it's just like Ghost. It's childish. You're mad because you lost your $1 trillion tag team titles. Newsflash. Ghost, you was the one That cost them that cost y'all the titles. Ghost got tired, Powerhouse got tired of it. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I mean, Powerhouse is what his name is. He's a powerhouse.
Wonder if they'll violate that one.
Right through you. And for order for a powerhouse to team up with you, he has to see something in you.
Somebody will bitch about that fucking video.
Because no, he's not an easy man to tag with. No, he's not. But once you do team up with him, you got something. Keep a hold to it. But see, Ghost, he fucked that up. And now, he done made an enemy out of Powerhouse, which is the wrong thing you want to do. I don't care if you're a heel or a face. It's the wrong thing you want to do. Because Powerhouse can be your best friend or your worst fucking nightmare. I done seen a man at work. I done went against this man numerous times. Not just in ONW. I done seen a man at work when we're in ICW, because we're in the same company. Not once, but twice. And, Ghost, plain and simple, you screwed up. Straight up, you screwed up. And nobody, and I do mean nobody, is going to tag with you now. Period. Because you running your mouth, you want everything handed to you without working for it, without earning it. See, you know how I got my 2 titles?
Violate that shit.
I worked for it. Blood, sweat, tears in the middle of that ring. I worked for it. No matter what company I'm in, I work for it. You don't see me bitching. You don't see me whining. You don't see me crying. Win, lose, or draw, I take it like a man and I move the fuck on. Live to fight another damn day. My opportunity will come sooner or later. I keep climbing the ladder. And take advice. Even though I don't like you, Ghost, take this advice. Stop bitching. Just stop bitching. And maybe, maybe, you will get a title shot. Just maybe. If you stop bitching. But see, this is where I have a problem. Majorly have a problem with Ghost. See, he wants a title match with King Dominator. Well, King Dominator is not going to back down from a fight. And neither is Kings of Royalty. But see, the one thing you're missing, Ghost, since you're bitching about a title match here and want to go solo and that you want a title match with King Dominator. See, there's something that you're missing. Something that you're not thinking about. That you fail to realize. That not only the owner of ONW, but the GM, which is Cowboy Jack, which I have the utmost respect for, you're going to have to go through each and every member of shot. Period. And I'm letting you know this before they do. Because they're going to tell you the same thing, Ghost. Earn your keep. And how you do that? You start from the bottom on up. See, you're going to have to face Lewis Carter. You're going to have to face King Ragnar. You're going to have to face King Vec. And you're going to have to face me. Just to get to King Dominator. It's just that simple. See, there's levels to this. And you're not ready to be on that level. Hell, you're not even ready to be on Lewis Carter's level, let alone anybody in the Kings of Royalty. But you know what? We're about to find out. Oh yeah, we're going to find out. I don't care if it's tomorrow, 2 days from now, this week, next week, 2 weeks from now, a month or two. Oh yeah, we're going to find out. Because from here on out, Ghost, there's no more running. You can't duck and dodge. You can't hide. You can't go around the corner. You can't jump your car, speed off, talk shit while you're doing it. Oh no. There's no more of that. It's going to be you facing the consequences of your mouth. Writing checks that your ass cannot cash. Once and for all. That's what it's going to be. Until you learn to earn your keep. Until you learn to grit, grind, get them stripes, get them scars, learn how to bleed. Oh yeah, and I did say bleed. To get to that level. Because son, you're not a superstar. Shit, you're not even a rising star. You're just what you are. A prospect. And to get out of that prospect, you're going to have to go through the ringer. And that's exactly what you're going to do. That's exactly what you're about to do. You're about to go through the worst time of your life. But even though I don't like you, I believe that you'll come out of it very fine. But see, keep doubting yourself. And it's going to get worse. Keep bitching. And it's going to get worse. Because I'm not 2 seconds off your ass. For 1 minute, 1 second, I'm not off your ass. Because if my name is not the gangster, then I don't deserve the name of the king of the streets. I have that name for a reason. See, I didn't dub myself that. Oh, no. I was given that. And see, and you will find out sooner or later. Don't matter me none. No matter if it's here, there. I don't care what state, what venue. I don't care if it's out in a parking lot, in front of everybody in the street. I don't care if it's at a hotel, and in front of your house. I don't give a damn if it's backstage. We gonna match, Ghost, you will have a match of my choosing. You are officially invited to the Royal Ball. And this is not a challenge. No, you're invited. That means you have to show up, which means you come out to the ring. And we're going to have ourselves a no disqualification, a no count out, pinfall or submission anywhere. Hardcore match. That's right, my backyard. So, Ghost, come prepared and come dressed very nice, because the Royal Ball is nothing to be joking with.
Well, Gangster, what is your intake about his son, Junior?
Well, I hope Junior don't have the mind of his father. I hope he's smarter than his old man. I hope he earns everything he wants to get. Because I've seen his match. I've seen his debut match. And he was very good. And very, very good. He was impressive. My advice to Junior is that he stays solo for a while before wanting to tag team with his father. Learn the ropes. Learn how to work the mic. Learn how to work the ring. Learn the ins and outs. And then do what you want to do. Pay your dues. Get your respect. Now, Junior, everybody's not going to like you, and that's fine.
I know what song I'm gonna do.
Because you don't want everybody to like you. You want to have some enemies. No matter who they are. Listen to that very closely, Junior. No matter who they are. Now, take what I said into consideration, Junior. Because you don't want to make the same mistakes as your father. Because he has way too many enemies already. You do not want to follow in his footsteps, and you do not want to get in his mess. So my advice is to stay away from your father's problems until the smoke clears. That's just my advice. You don't have to take it. But as a rising star myself, I have seen, I have gained, and I have lost in the company that I have been in. I have came across many enemies that don't like me still to this day. It don't bother me none. Shit, I have fell out with my own family. Junior. Hey, don't.
Well, gangster, we got some people in the podcast, and one of them's King Dominator, and another one is Powerhouse.
What up?
King Dominator says, "Speak the truth, gangsta." Right about that. Powerhouse is saying, "Testify."
You know, I respect them two guys. You know, I know both of them very, very well from ICW. Even though we're on two different shows, I know them very well. And them two guys, they put on one hell of a show. I mean, they get in there, do their business, get out, and that's that. They don't trust anyone. They talk the talk when they have to talk the talk, but you better guarantee they gonna walk it also. Now in ICW, I haven't had the privilege to face Powerhouse, but one day our paths will cross. And King Dom, you know, and we will give it our all. We all respect each other. You know, we talk, whatever, whatnot, you know, it's cool. But we do understand once we get in the ring, it's all business. No hatred. It's all business. You know, I mean, them two guys are very respected. Very respected. You know, two vets, two veterans. Who can go, like literally, who can go wrong with that? No one. And see, and that's what I was saying earlier. Ghostin pissed off the wrong person. You pissed off a vet that knows how to break you down, limb by limb, point by point, and can do it at any time. But he might not do it right away, because he's going to punish you. He's going to punish you. And I'm not gonna say everything, but Ghost, you have yours coming. Oh, you have it coming. Because one of these days, you're going to have to face Powerhouse. And then you're going to have to face the kingdom of Kings of Royalty. You're going to have to pay for your treason and your sins against the kingdom and against yourself and against your partner. And you will be hung. You will be court gestured in front of everybody for the whole world to see. And first, my name is the Gangster. I am your court. I off 6 people at once, at one time, especially the one that's supposed to be closest to you. Now you have no friends. You only have your son. What you gonna do? Run behind him and have him handle your business? You're a fully grown ass man. Act like it. Your son's a kid. He's wet behind the ears. He still got Similac dripping behind the motherfuckers. Don't throw him into the tiger's den. Don't throw him into a fucking ocean full of damn sharks. Nah. Let him make his own decisions. You handle your business like a man. And until you grow up and handle your business like a man, nobody, and I mean no one, is going to respect you. Not me, not Dom, not Feck, not Ragnar, not Carter, not Powerhouse, not Broski, not Jag, not no one in ONW. Hell, even the ladies don't even want you near them, bruh. Now that's sad. That's sad. Even from what I hear, you know, your own wife then cheated on you because of your bitching. Now who she done mess with, I don't know. Don't want to know. But I got a pretty good idea. That might be why you're mad. Don't know. But I will say this.
Oh, yeah. You forgot to remind me.
A day of reckoning is coming.
Mind you what?
To look at rugs.
Look at the rugs.
And he has nowhere to go. And see, and speaking of Powerhouse, and since he is listening, you know, he threw a challenge. He threw a challenge out there to me. And I will say, yes, I will love to jump in the ring with him. One-on-one, man-to-man, in a respectable match between me and him. 2 powerhouse behemoths just tearing it up. Showing Ghost how it's done. Showing each and every person that wants to run their mouths or run from a challenge how it's done. Hell, my best friend can sit up there and challenge me to a damn match. And guess what? You think I'm a win? Fuck no. My worst enemy can come to the damn company and challenge me to a damn match. And you think I'll run? Hell no. I'm the gangster. The one and only. And before I was the king of the streets, I was the gangster of darkness. And no one wants that side to come out. No one. Except for one person.
Hold on a minute, Feck. This is just a podcast for what Gangster is saying. In order to do that, I'm going to have to video chat you off of Facebook after we're done.
Going to go medieval on your ass. Powerhouse. If the powers that be will allow us to jump in the ring together,
Here's a Jack Daniels.
I would love to mix it up. That's honestly, that is one of my dream matches. One-on-one. Without a shout out, without. One-on-one, that's one of my dream matches. That's one person I would love to jump in the ring with. Really respect that man. That man has been through a lot.
Candy.
And he's still doing it. That's a man I can respect.
We have word in the podcast. We have the ladies' man, Ray, which is the general manager of Nightmare, says testify. Powerhouse says, like I said, I have an open slot this week, if you like a one-on-one match. The ladies' man, Ray, also did say that he put his nation's title on the line against Powerhouse if he ever shows up to Nightmare. And Powerhouse said it'd be an honor to face upcoming legend in the ring, Gangster.
See, I have no problem. I have no problem. And see, this is what I'm saying. Powerhouse is very well respected. And no matter what company he's in, period, that man is very well respected. Even though everybody gives him shit, that man is very well respected. Very well respected. You know, if Cowboy Jag will allow me and Powerhouse to get in the ring, hey, I'm up for it. Anytime, anywhere.
We have word from the general manager of Pro that this week on Pro, it will be Powerhouse going one-on-one against the Gangster.
Okay. Well, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be me and Powerhouse. Powerhouse, I know you're listening. So I'm going to say this. Let's have a very good match this week. Let's tear the roof down. Let's tear it off. Set that bitch on fire. The only way we know how to do. And at the end, no matter who wins, the respect is still there.
So, Gangster, we have a solid good question to ask. Which side of Powerhouse do you like? Do you like the powerhouse that you see in ONW, or do you like the ICW Warzone powerhouse?
I mean, okay. I was getting used to the powerhouse that's on ICW, and then when I came to ONW, powerhouse had a whole totally different look. I was surprised. I wasn't used to seeing a man with all his hair. Because usually he has it up, in this little mohawk style or whatever, and bandana, and just, he rides. Go to ONW, and he just having his hair down, relaxed, and strutting around, and feeling good, and all this. It was a different change. It was a change. I mean, hey, to be honest, I like both looks. I mean, because I can pinpoint which one's which. Because on one side, when he's in his biker gear, he's not playing. There's no games, no bullshit. Let's go. When he's on ONW, he's still no games, no bullshit, but he has a little lenient, relaxed look to him, like he ain't got a care in the world, which I love it. He ain't got a care in the world. I love it.
They don't have rebel flag, and this is all.
He like I said, either way, he goes in, gets the shit done, and goes home.
What size do we want? There's a 40
He comes in,
centimeter,
he comes in,
or
beat
80
people
by
up, and leave.
120.
That's what he does. That's what
Cheapest
he has
one
always
is 40
did.
by 60, and it's
And
not.
that's exactly what he's going to continue to do. No matter what company he's in, and no matter how he looks, that's exactly what he's going to do.
So, with the shipping and everything, it'll be $12.
Okay.
You want me to order it now or wait?
Do you have it?
I don't have $12, no.
Order it off of mine.
Where?
So, gangster, what's your intake about Lewis Carter being Devin Brosky's son?
At first I didn't know he was, Browski's son. Until he said something, and then that just blew my mind. Like, are you serious? Like, what? Oh, okay. Hey, the kid goes in there, does what he does, and,
Damn, fan.
Kevin Browski taught him how to destroy shit. Taught him how to destroy people. As he should.
Okay.
He takes from his father. You can't do nothing but respect the man for that. You can't. You can't hate the man. Yeah, lost all train of focus. And me and my tag team partner almost lost our match. But he bailed me out.
3, 8, 5, 6, 2.
But every time I lose my focus, I come back the next week. Or the week after that.
Zip code 3, 8, 5, 6, 2.
I'm on top of my game again. Lewis Carter? This man is going to give it to you. And if he falls off by 1 inch, 1 centimeter, this man is in the gym that very same night. For the next week, that man is in the gym training, trying to figure out how he can get better. What can he do to change this? What can he do to change that? What do I need to leave out? What do I need to add? What do I need to do? And he's training with his father. He's always training with Devin Browski. You know, I mean, shit, he trains with us, you know. Shit, hell, we all train together sometimes. That man right there, Devin, whatever you did, whatever you said to your son, it worked.
So, what's your intake about King Dominator and about this rebellion group that's forming in ONW?
Oh, man, I heard about that. Well, this rebellion group that I heard about, you know, I heard that
Here by the 25th.
I heard that there's going to be a tough, very tough group to handle. And, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to see who's all in it and what they can do. You know, I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued. Because I'm very observant. You know, you say, you know, a new group is coming into the company or being formed. Shit, okay. Let's see what they can do. And, I mean, my intake for real is, you know, hey, put them in the ring. Put them in a square circle. Let's see what they can do. And if I know the leader of this group, he's not going to want no easy matches for them. At all. And with that being said, I think they're up for the task. But, on the other hand, like I said, I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're about. But I'm very anxious to find out.
Well, Gangster, do you think that this rebellion group is going to be more dominant than the hands of God?
You know what? Honestly, I really can't say because I don't know. I mean, but from what I hear, they're nothing to joke around with. Nothing to take easy, nothing to take lightly, none of that. Because once you make one wrong move, start doubting yourself, they'll know it. And they're going to use it to their advantage. So, my thing is, if they are destined to be the biggest thing going since the hand of God, then that's something that we all want to see. And I'm not just speaking on my behalf. I'm speaking on the behalf of all ONW. That's something that we, as the whole company, have to see. Because that right there is, like I said, very intriguing. Let's find out. We want to see what they can do.
From the sources we are hearing about this rebellion, the rebellion is supposed to be a group of veterans, is from what I am hearing in the sources. What is your intake?
Group of veterans? Yeah. Yeah, see, throughout my time in wrestling, if a bunch of veterans come into a company and form a group, and these are legends, Hall of Famers, veterans that has been in the game upon years, that knows ins and out how to pick a person apart and all that, then we're all in trouble. Because something ain't right. Because if a group of veterans is forming together, there's something that they're not liking. There's something that they're seeing that they don't agree with. Now, it could be something within the company. It could be a group. It could be, a person. It could be many people. You don't know. Maybe they want to have that one last run, which I can get with. I can get with. Maybe they want to do one last thing, one last run before they hang up their boots and call it quits. I can dig it. But like I said, I don't know who these veterans are. I'd like to find out. Maybe all of us can learn a little thing or two from these veterans. But then again, maybe all of us need to watch out for these veterans. Because you never know with this group or with anybody. You never know what anybody's up to when they come into a company or when they form or when 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people forming a group together that never formed, that never tag team before, but they know each other like the back they hanging. That's dangerous. Very dangerous. So with that being said, we all have to be on our toes. We all have to keep our head on a swivel. Because with the veteran, with any veteran, if you think that you already won this match, or won the match, or you think that, oh, I got into his head, or if you think that, oh, this old timer or this vet don't have nothing left, let me let you in on a little something. You already lost. Because a veteran don't have to say anything to get in your head. At all. A veteran don't do too much talking. A veteran shows his actions. So, with that being said, with this group, with this rebellion group, being full of veterans, the whole ONW roster, I don't care if you're in a singles competition or in tag competition. I don't care if you're a faction or just 2 people, 3 people as a group. Everybody has to watch out. You just can't have a big head. That's just what it is. Everybody's gonna have to watch out for this group.
Well, Gangster, what is your intake about the general manager of Nightmare putting his nation's title on the line against Powerhouse? Is Powerhouse going to come to Nightmare the following week and take him up on that offer?
Well, if he does, now I'm saying if, not saying he's going to, but if Powerhouse takes him up on that offer, and knowing Ray, not knowing him that's a match that I will pay to see. Guarantee you that.
So, what is your intake about the ladies' man Ray being trained by two veterans of the business, Bam Bam Bigelow and Vader?
Bam Bam Bigelow and Big Van Vader. Ooh. You know, I watched them two guys, them two hard-hitting Hall of Famers right there. I watched them two guys, you know, sitting on my couch as a little kid growing up, sitting in front of the TV. And they trained Ray, then, they know what they're doing. And that's right there. That right there is a big, big, big honor to be trained by both of them. One of them is a big ass honor, but being trained by two, oh yeah, they had to really see something in you for them to come to you and want to train you together, and for you to be trained by them and to use what they have taught you. To use what they have taught you in the ring makes you a very, very dangerous man. Very dangerous man. I mean, hey, I dig it. I love it. Hell, I'm pretty sure everybody in this business has been trained by a legend or a veteran or a Hall of Famer or two. But them two, multiple world titles between them. They didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Fought a few times. Shit, Ray's got something there. And if the powers that be will let Ray and Powerhouse get in the ring together and tear it up, wait. That ONW is going to have to reinforce that ring like 5 different times before that match happens. Just saying. Because, boy, that's going to be a knockdown drag.
We have word that the nation's champion has a stipulation. It can only be defended in a steel cage match. What's your intake about the title?
Hey, steel cage matches? Hey, love it. Love it. Because nobody can interfere. Nobody from the outside can come in. This is you and him. With a title on the line. That's how you want it. Blood, sweat, tears. Your skin being raked off against the cold steel of that cage. You jumping 15 to 20 feet off of the cage onto your opponent and vice versa. Listening to that crowd when you're in there, you know it's about to go down. I love, personally, myself, I love an old school cage match. I love it. Being locked in a steel cage, it does something to you. same. Ever. I don't care if it's your first time or your 150th time. Shit, it can be your 3,000th time being in a steel cage. Or a Hell in a Cell for that matter. The end result is always the same. You're not going to come out the same way you went in. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about mentally. Because it's going to do something to you. It's going to make you a whole different kind of animal. Not person, an animal. Because to step into a steel cage of any magnitude, I don't care if it's a regular steel cage, a Hell in a Cell, or a chamber. You have to become that one of a kind, beastly animal. Just to survive. And if you don't, you're going to get ate up, chew up, spit out, stepped on, and kicked. And dumped in the trash. And your career is over. Everybody in ONW, I don't care if you're an ONW Nightmare, or ONW Pro, listen up. If you ever step into a steel cage, and I want y'all to listen to me, because I have been in steel cages all around the globe, and it's never nice. Hell, I have wrestled in fucking Japan and terror. And them motherfuckers don't play. I came back over here. Steel cage matches. Same steel cage. Still different result. So listen up. If you're ever thinking about jumping into a steel cage of any magnitude, get your mind right. You can train your body all you want to, but that's not going to matter. Train your mind. Get focused. Become that animal. Become dangerous. Become a beast. A ungodly, sinful, devilish beast that will make Satan himself scared of you. If you can do that, you're ready to step in that cage. You're ready to take that cage on of any magnitude. If you don't have your mind right, you're going to lose every time. Believe me when I tell you, I know from personal experience, and I had to learn the hard way. Just saying.
So, Gangster, what is your intake about the Playboy Bunny logo for the side plates of the Nations Championship?
When I seen that, I said, yep, only Ray would do that. Only Ray would do that. Ain't nobody on the face of OMW would do that other than him. That's it. That's it. That man can sit up there, joke with you all day, whatever, whatnot. You'll see him at the goddamn bar, flirt with every woman up in the goddamn place. And he will be wearing that damn title around on his shoulder. Just saying. He's a talker. That man will come with you with some surprises, because you never know what the hell he's going to come with you with. But when I seen that Playboy money on that title, I just had to laugh and shake my head. It's only fitting for him. It's fitting. It's fitting. That's just the word. Just how I can describe it. It's fitting. I mean, he's the ladies' man. What can I say?
So, what's your intake about Devin Broski was the original holder of that title?
Well, how long did he hold the title?
He's held that title for over a year.
Man. I mean, Devin Broski held it for a year. I mean, hey, it must have been a reason why he held it for over a year. And there's a reason why the ladies' man Ray got it now. I mean, Devin Broski is no slouch. By far, he is no slouch. He will bring it to you. No matter if it's a title on the line or not, he will bring it to you. I mean, to hold a title, one single title, for a whole 365, 66, or whatever it is, days in a row, without losing it, man, I only hope to do that one of these days. Shit, we all hope to do that one of these days. It just unfortunately had to be him, had to be the first one to do it. Big ups and big kudos to him. I hope he can do it again one day.
So, do you know the title history of the Nations Championship?
Actually, no, I don't.
Alright, let me tell you. Alright, Devin Broski was the creator of the title. He's held that title for a year, defending it in and out, and then he faced up against Nick Black. Nick Black took the title from him after 13 months. And after 13 months, Nick Black only held the title for 1 week and then decided he wanted to quit, leaving the title vacant. And then there was a tournament for the new champion. Axel Cage was in that tournament. Axel Cage had to defeat everybody in the tournament to face up against an ECW legend, Taz, and defeated Taz for the title. And then Axel Cage lost the title to the ladies' man, Ray.
Man, Taz, out of all people, Taz. Oh, that used to be my guy. right there. Taz is a beast. Taz is a beast. To defeat Taz, you have to be on your A game. Otherwise, he will literally break your neck. That man does not play around. Now, I don't know what Axel Page is all about because, unfortunately, I have never had the privilege to see him at work. Now, here's where I have a problem. You win a title, you just don't quit. You just don't up and just leave. You just don't say, oh, okay, I got my title, I got my payday, now I'm gone. What? Who does that? Really? So now you, now you ungrateful. That's how they'll take it. A title of any magnitude is supposed to be respected. I don't care what title it is. It can be a hardcore title. It can be a woman's title. Tag. Second tier, third tier, whatever it is. It can be the lowest of lows. Respect the title. Defend the title. Be proud of whatever title you have. You just don't just up and just fucking leave the company. That don't make sense to me. You have a title to be a fighting champion. A fighting champion. There's a reason why you have that title. Because you are that champion. But a man that just ups and quit after he wins a title don't need, and this is my personal opinion, you don't need to be in a company. Hell, you don't need to be in any company for that matter. There's no room for people that's just going to win titles and just up and just leave. Who does that? Shit, if you're gonna leave the company, at least defend the motherfucker at least one time and then make an announcement. Hey, I'm leaving. Lay in the middle of the ring. Call the GM or the owner out. Hand it back to them. If it's personal problems, that's the reason why you have to leave, fine. But if there's a personal issue or something, okay, cool. I don't care if it's with yourself or with your family. Cool. You're going to have to vacate the title. Fine. Come back. You might have to work for it again. But come back. We'll work something out. But no, you just want to leave. That's not how this works. I have seen many people win a title and not want to defend it. I have seen people win a title and just not do anything. But they still there. They didn't just, let me leave and, no. They was proud of that damn title. People that just win a title and just up and leave, no. Put some prestige on that title. And that's where we are today. some, Devin Rusty. He put some prestige on it. He's the creator. He put some kind of prestige on it for a whole year. He got beat.
Salem!
And Devin
Hurts
Rusty
my teeth.
made a decision.
So, Cameron is wanting me to
The
come back home.
prestige of this title
Really?
Yeah.
tarnished.
Why?
So he made a decision.
He's wanting to start our life back together again.
It was the right one.
That's your choice to make.
Now the title got some
I told him I have nobody to fucking bring me down there.
Yeah.
That's an hour drive that nobody's gonna make. And I said, if I do decide to come home, it'll have to be after Halloween because I'm spending Halloween with my children.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, I'll give anybody gas money that will bring you down here.
And this company or whatever company or the
If I bring
next
you down
company,
there and you stay down there,
That's all
that'd
we
be
want.
$100 just like
if you have a title,
Well, he won't pay that much.
then the answer's no.
So, gangsta, what is your intake about this new heavy type tag team called TUM in ONW?
what did they call it?
TUM, the Powers of Pain.
Ah, the powers of pain. Well, I don't know who they are. Don't know what they're about. But the name intrigues me. Powers of pain. I want to know how much pain can you inflict.
These guys are known as Crusher and Nemesis, and both of them weighing together over 1,000 pounds of pure destruction. What is your intake about these guys? And they're like monsters.
Well, Nemesis, he's a big guy. He's an ugly guy, but he's a big guy. They're going to do some damage. They're going to do some destruction. They're going to, exactly what their name is, they're going to cause a lot of people some pain. And, if me and Vic end up coming against them one day, all I have to say is I hope we come through and not wake up in the hospital. But, hey, I'm curious to see what they're about.
Did you know that King Dominator was the one that had these two guys show up to the show and debut?
Hard enough. No, I did not.
So what is your intake about this new guy that calls himself Bone Crusher?
Bone Crusher, huh? Well, Bone Crusher. Yeah, I've seen him wrestle. I've seen him in the ring. He's not a guy to joke around with. Because I seen guys in that ring and that just want to dilly-dally and just try to wing it, shall we say. And I guess a guy like that,
Holy shit. Both of my food stamps have gone up.
He got to get his feet wet.
I'll get 204 on this tomorrow.
But from what I see,
What about the other
oh
one?
yeah,
204 on the 12th.
That's good.
It says you have an upcoming deposit of 204. Hell yeah.
So, gangster, what do you think about the Reaper known as Suicide? This guy right here is Powerhouse's son.
Reaper. Wait. Son. Oh, okay. Well, don't really know too much about him. If I did hear him, if I did see him wrestle, I probably wasn't paying attention because I was probably doing something else. But I mean, being a son of Powerhouse, you gotta, that's some big shoes to fill right there. Some big shoes to fill. And being Powerhouse's son, Powerhouse ain't going to let you slack off. So, with that being said, I'm curious to see what this guy can do.
This guy goes by the name of Suicide, but his attire says Reaper. And we also have word that his former name was Death Row.
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, he ain't nothing to be joking with either. He's nothing to joke with. Now, I know Death Row. And that kid is nothing to joke with. That kid has a temper, and he's just like his daddy.
Still starting to cry.
He will break you down. He ain't no slouch. He has his days just like everybody else. He has his days. But when he's on, he's on. Yeah, I haven't been in the ring with him, but matches I have seen, yeah, boy. I wouldn't want to be the one that's on the other end of that of his finishing move, I'll tell you that. Because if he catches you with that, that's all he needs is one time, one opportunity to get that move off. And if he sees that opportunity to get that move off, he's going to do it. And he's going to try to cave your damn head in. I'm telling you that now. Just saying.
So what is your intake about Joker, Nixon, Wolf being on ONW Nightmare?
Joker, Nixon, Wolf. He's a madman. He's a madman. You never know what the hell you're going to get from this man. Ever. Because you can be talking to this man one time, the next thing you know, the conversation just goes left. You can be in a ring with this man, and everything just goes left. Or he just I like it. And I have seen his matches. Hell, shit. I have tagged with him a couple of times on ICW. He does not bullshit. He does not play around. At all whatsoever.
Alright. Powerhouse says,
He's the Joker.
3 and face stance. LOL.
A Joker's a wild card. And that's exactly what Joker Nixon Wolf is. He is a wild card. You think you're prepared for one thing, and next thing you know, you're going to do something else, completely different.
So there's been a lot of talk about Joker Nixon Wolf wanting a match against Broski. Do you think this match should happen? No one can each other beat the hell out of each other to the point where no one is alive in that ring?
Where's my cup?
Well, now.
Talking about the mom one?
No, my pillow.
You took it with you to your mother's?
Yeah, I brought it back.
Yeah, no, no.
I think it's in the bedroom.
That's, I don't know, because that's the match that I think everybody wants to see. But then again, I don't think nobody wants any dead bodies either. But that'll be a very good match to see. Just, no dead people. I mean, we can afford the bloodshed and all that, but, I don't think the company budget will cover dead bodies and funerals and all that. You know, we already got too many problems already on our hands already as it
That
is.
seems like an understatement. At least it won't be
Especially when Broski's the CEO.
I don't know, I gave Cherry a bath last night and it seems like I got more of the bath than what the fuck she did. She was splashing me and everything.
Honestly, I think
That's what kids do.
I was trying to wash her hair and she was just sitting there getting me soaked the whole time I was on video chat with Jeffrey last night.
That's just my take.
I said, what the fuck? You're the one supposed to be taking the bath, little girl, not mommy. She said, well, mama, your sins need to be washed away.
So, from a personal experience, do you think Broski should face
Jeffrey
Joker
just busted
in
out laughing.
one of 3 matches?
My mom said, what did she just say?
A last man standing,
I said, she said that my sins need to be washed away.
cell match.
She said, what sins are you committing? I said, what in the hell? I'd like to know.
In a no-holds barred match, it's what it is. It's basically a street fight. In and out the ring, you can beat people, you can beat each other all to hell.
Not enough sugar.
Put some more in there.
Backstage, in the crowd, ringside, whatever.
They used up the last of the
And it's,
last one.
You have to get
It
back in
can
the ring
wake you up, though.
to count, to have the
Still
3
a
count.
zing.
Yeah.
But,
Just not enough sugar for my liking.
everybody comes out with bumps and bruises, whatever, whatnot. But it's been a lot. Now, the last man standing match, that's exactly, it's self-explanatory. Last man standing. That match is brutal. Hell in a Cell, matches. And when you're being thrown in and around, in and out, all over that cage on the inside, and then all of a sudden you go through it. I've been on the receiving end on a few of those. That does not feel good.
I got all that much chocolate covered raisins.
You're going 30, maybe 50 feet up in the air on top of that cell. Now, only one or two things going to happen when you're up there. Because regardless, one of you is coming down. One of you is going to get thrown off. I don't care if it's off the side of the cell onto the announce tables or onto the hard floor. Or you're going to go through the cell and put a body indentation in the middle of that ring when you hit. Either way, it's going to be the same result. Somebody down the ground in pain, you might have some bones broken, and another man standing high up above that cell with his hands raised up high in victory. Now, all three of these matches are brutal. Me personally, I would like to see a last man standing, maybe a Hell in a Cell match. I'm probably leaning more towards Hell in a Cell, to be honest. Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell.
So, if you was a general manager or the CEO, would you make that match official?
Me? Oh yeah. I'll make that match official, but I will make it official for the pay-per-view. You know,
That's my daddy's shirt.
I will.
Happy.
I will build up. Have it built
Happy
up
non-letter.
towards the pay-per-view, and then put them both in a Hell in a Cell.
I'm going to take a bath in your tub and shave. I stole a razor from my mama.
Alright.
Your tub bigger and I can stretch out.
Alright, you need anything, just let me know.
I will.
The winner is the winner, and that's it. That's just my outlet. No stipulations, none of that. Just lock him in the Hell in a Cell, let him go with it. Mano y mano, man to man. Let's see who wins.
So, what is your intake about the bloodline of Jaden Shadow and his tag team partner Casey?
They need some work. They done lost a couple of times. Now, not saying that they're not a good tag team. Not saying that, because they are a good tag team. Just saying somewhere between the previous last 2 or 3 losses, they're missing something. I don't know if it's the chemistry. I don't know if it's they're having personal problems within themselves. I don't know if they're trying to figure themselves out, but whatever it is, you know, they're going to, you know, come up with something. They're going to have to bite the bullet, you know, get back in the, you know, get back in training, get back in the dojo, you know what I'm saying, start from scratch, get back to your roots, you know what I'm saying, just, shit, I'm not saying go all the way back to your roots, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, go back to your roots, figure out what works, figure out what don't work, figure out what, you know, what's what, figure out what y'all can do together, you know what I'm saying, shit, if they both have to take you know, a couple of singles matches, you know, just outside the tag team, not break up, just a couple of singles matches outside the tag team just to figure it out, then hey, then so be it. But whatever they need to do, they have to figure it out. Because I know they want to get back into title contention. I know they do. I can see it in their eyes. I know they do. But in order to do that, they have to go back to the drawing board.
So, Gangsta, what is your intake about the tough guys?
The tough guys. Vernon and Quinn. What's his tag team partner name?
Austin Black.
Well, there it is. Vernon Quinn and Austin Black. These some tough guys, alright. They're tough. Now, Vernon Quinn by himself is a tough. He's something else. He gets in that room and he's a completely different person. He's a monster. He's a beast. He's if you see this man's matches, you know, just go back. And I'm saying this to everybody in ONW, whatever, whatnot, you know, all the fans. Just go back to all the Vernon Quinn's matches of any company that he's ever been in. This man does not give up for shit. He is relentless when it comes to wanting that W. You know, I've seen this man wrestle in singles and tag. This man is amazing. Now his partner, Austin Black, wow. Wow. Ruthless. Don't care. Don't want to care. He wants to step in that ring and rip you apart. Both of them together is exactly what them two together is the epitome what their tag names are. They are tough guys. And I mean that. They are tough guys. And they are very hard to beat.
So, Gangster, what is your intake about the Hellion being released and retired?
Well, something that could have put him out could have put him out. I mean, but, I mean, hey, he can always come back and manage somebody, you know what I mean? Just give a young and upcoming, a new kid in the business some pointers.
He pretty much did that. He brought his son Prometheus on a nightmare in his place.
Yeah, Prometheus is doing one hell of a job, man. He's carrying that name. He's making his father proud. I'll tell you that now. He's doing his thing.
If you look at recent videos from when Nightmare started, you'll be able to see all of the Hellions matches.
Okay. I might have to get on that.
The Hellion is a veteran of the business when Nightmare first opened up.
Well, I mean, hey, if he's able to come back, more power to him. But, I mean, his son is carrying the family name very well. Very, very well.
So what is your opinion about the tag team, the Hands of God, if they split up?
I don't know. I mean, if they do split up, I'm pretty sure they can handle themselves in singles competition. I know Brosky can. I know Devin Brosky can handle himself in singles competitions. Seen it plenty of times. Versus tag team partner, I'm pretty sure he can handle himself too. I mean, these two guys are lethal by themselves, but they're even more lethal together. I mean, I think the fans would rather see them stick together and see if they can win a tag title or two, but also if they do split up, the fans will still want them to still see what they can do in the ring of going towards a title of some sort. I mean, I don't know. We just gonna have to see. I mean, I hope they don't, but we just have to see.
Do you think, Gangster, that Devin Brosky will get his hands on Ghost if he ever shows up to pro?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Without a doubt. Yes. time. That's the reason why he haven't put his hands on him yet. Because I know Devin Brosky, he hears. He has eyes and ears. I know he knows. And I know he wants to get his hands on him. And when he does, I'm going to be the first one to say, I am going to laugh. I am going to laugh so hard. Because he's going to get what he's got coming to him. See, there's this move that Devin Brosky has that over on ICW we have dubbed Shank City. And you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. He does this move where if you don't feel it the first time, there are some lingering effects. And I do mean lingering. Because once he does that one specific move, you better watch for him to do it again. I mean, this is Devin Brosky we're talking about. He will get you. One way or another, he will get you. And if you turn your back on him, you might as well dig your own grave. I'm just telling you now. Regardless.
So, Gangster, which one would you rather get hit with? The Nation's Punch, the Bloody Sunday on the inside of the ring, the Nation's Punch outside the ring, Outrage outside the ring? Or would you rather get hit with the Nation's Knee, Domination, Lights Out, or the Nation's Knee outside the ring?
You know what, to be honest, I would not. Keyword, not want to get hit with the Nation's Punch. Like I said, you get hit with that, there are some lingering effects. And I have seen it. That is the move that we have, should I say me, have named Shank City. Because that's exactly what it looks like. But I would rather get hit with the Nation's Knee. Just saying. Because I don't want to get hit repeatedly in my damn stomach or in my chest or my ribs. I need that to breathe. Repeatedly, over and over and over and over. No. If you're going to cut my lights out, just go ahead and just do it. Real quick, real fast. Nation knee to the temple. There you go. Feel it? But when I wake up, I know what happens.
Have you ever seen Brosky knock somebody out by them jumping off the top rope?
No, I have not. I've never seen that happen.
Because we've seen plenty of times here on Nightmare. It very rarely happens, but we see the opponent jumps off the ropes. Brosky reaches his fist cocked back, and he will literally hit you square dab right in the middle of the face, knocking you down. What is your intake about that?
I personally have never seen that. But
So, Gangsta, what is your intake about Borowski and Powerhouse together?
Bosky and Powerhouse. Oh my God. Them two ever get in the ring together, tag team, or whatever. Oh my God. That I would have to say that if and when that happens, not saying it's going to, but if and when it happens, people are in trouble. Because them two together, that's nothing but power. It's very hard to knock them off their feet. And believe me when I tell you, it's very hard to knock Powerhouse off his feet. Period. Trust me, I have tried many times. It is very hard. This man towers over me. But them two just, oh wait. If them two become a tag team, look for them to win tag team gold. Just saying. Just off the flip. Just look for them to win tag team gold.
So, if they did form a tag team together, who would the third person be, from your perspective?
Third person, in my perspective, it would have to be somebody with a lot of potential and with something that brings a lot to that table. And the third person don't have to be accomplished or established in titles and championships and all that. He's just gotta bring something. And I mean, from what I have seen, there's plenty of candidates. And honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards Prometheus, to be honest. That's just my take. I mean, because them two got power. Power, some speed. Prometheus got hella speed and some power that he uses very well. And with them three right there, oh my God.
So, Gangster, what if King Dominator's twin brother shows up on ONW Pro?
I wouldn't know what to think. To be honest, I don't even have some questions. I didn't know he had a twin brother.
His twin brother, Stunning Steve Dominator. would we ever see a match between brother versus brother?
You know, we have seen stranger things in this business. We have seen stranger things. You know, we've seen father against son. Shit, we seen sister against sister, mom against daughter. You know, we have seen it all. I don't think I have ever seen brother. I don't think I have ever seen brother against brother. Now, that's just my take. Now, I don't know if Dom and Stunning Steve have a beef. I don't know their background. I don't know their history. But knowing King Dominator, and knowing what I hear or what I heard about his brother, that'll make a very good match. But also, it's gonna rattle some cages. You know what I mean? It's gonna very well rattle some cages because something's gonna get stirred up. It might bring back some old wounds, you know, open up some old wounds that could have just recently healed or never got healed at all. You know, so I mean, hey, we just gonna have to see.
Speaking on the women's division of Rebellion, what is your intake about the women's roster and how they are well performing?
Oh man, I have to say this to the whole ONW Rebellion roster. Keep doing what y'all are doing. Y'all are killing it. I mean, killing it. I mean, these ladies have no fear and no fucks given. They go in there, tear it down, make the people happy, and it is what it is. That's what they do. You know, I mean, shit. I mean, I think I caught one of the shows, not this past week, but the week before. And man, they got some beefs going on over there that them women just don't care. They don't care what match you in. If they got a problem with you, they gonna walk their ass out that curtain, down that ramp, into the ring with your ass and your opponent's ass, and then walk back to back without caring. I love it. I love it. Like seriously, I really love it. I mean, shit. I think honestly, some of the men on the rosters probably need to take some notes. Ghost. Yeah, I said your name. Yeah, you probably need to take some damn notes from the damn women. Shit, some of the women probably can kick your ass, much as you bitch. Anyway.
So what is your intake about Jane Walker's transformation from all pink to this new look from last week?
I don't think I caught I didn't catch the
changed her look because she formed a tag team with Victoria Lovecraft.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey, she went from a singles competitor to a tag team. You have to do that sometimes. You know? I mean, take it from most of the men on the roster. Take it from most of the people, period, that's in this business all around in any company. You know, when one thing don't work, try something else. Maybe that'll work. You can come back to your singles competition later. You know, she formed a tag team with somebody that also wanted to form a tag team, and she trusted. So, I mean, honestly, I hope it works for the both. I hope it works for the both of them. Maybe they can come away with some tag team gold in the future. Just gotta see what they work. Just gotta see what what's the word I'm looking for? Let's see what they how they can do together. If they can work well together. If they mesh. You know what I'm saying? Because if you and the tag partner can't mesh, you know what I'm saying, then you're not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you and your tag partner, you and your stable mates or whoever, yeah, you're gonna have differences. But what makes y'all a true tag team is if y'all come to agreements in something. You give something, you get something. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take kind of thing with a tag partner. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to do one thing, they want to do another thing. Let's just meet in the middle. That's how that works. You know, I mean, if you go out there like a chicken with your head cut off, and both of you on two different pages, and on separate chapters, that ain't gonna work.
So what's your intake about Broski bringing the women roster some cheeseburger and the Broski juice?
See the salt there he gave me?
The juice.
He gave me about 4 pairs.
Oh, that's the funniest shit I ever heard when I first heard it. When I heard him say that shit, I was rumbling. I was like, no. Nuh-uh. Oh my God. That's the funniest thing ever.
I can't wait to get this Wonder Woman outfit tomorrow. Trade that Harley Quinn in. I think it would be cute as hell. Mom said she likes the Harley Quinn, but she said she didn't like it too big up here because you can see down.
So what's your intake about Showtime going to the ring with a red solo
Dakota was
cup
going
with
to
Broski
switch
juice
it
in it?
for Wonder Woman. Salem, are you being lazy?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, me personally, I'll probably have some Hennessy or something in my cup, but hey, to each his own.
You got the receipt?
I hope so.
Hey, she loved it. I like it. That's what I got to say about that.
So what's your intake about Showtime and her little
That's the Twister
dance
game.
skills out there to the ring?
I mean, she got some moves. She got some moves. I mean, hey, if that's what get you hyped up for your match when you come out to the ring, I'm not gonna knock you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna knock you.
I'll put it in my
Go ahead and keep
boot
doing
so
what
we
you're
don't
doing. As long as
lose
you
it.
keep winning.
Good.
That's all that matters.
last question. Do you think Showtime is actually going to get that title back from the Savage Princess?
Cisco looked better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that match.
And I hate Cisco.
Showtime was distracted that match. I don't know what was going on in her head. I don't know what was up, but she had her. She had her. But she second guessed herself.
Where at?
My buddy's house, the one that lives down there on the bed end.
Hell yeah, I'm game.
And Showtime, I hope you're listening.
I'll go.
Okay.
This is Jeffrey.
Is whatever that's in that keeps bothering her. Whatever keeps bothering her, whatever that keeps distracting her in her head.
He's got, I think he said 3 kids.
He must be on crack.
Just let it go.
He don't do anything.
That brings me back to what I was saying earlier.
He didn't even do nothing when me and him dated years ago before me and Cisco got together before he went to the army.
The thing is, how she's gonna come back?
I tried my damnedest to corrupt that kid because he was too much of a goody two-shoes. Yeah, it wasn't
How
working.
is she going to regain the title that she lost? Because once she figures that out, then she'll be able to get her title back. Once she clears her head and stay focused on the match at hand.
These other nails are hanging on for dear life.
She'll be all gravy. Now she might have to put some work in. She definitely will have to do that. She's gonna have to go to the gym, get some training in. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Showtime probably can get with one of these veterans. You know what I'm saying? Train with them. You know, whoever her mentor is, whatever, get with her, get with him, whatever. Do some vigorous training. And step back in the ring. After that, step back in the ring and go back at it again. Don't give up. Don't get beside yourself. Don't doubt yourself, because that's the worst thing you want to do. Don't doubt yourself.
You just closed about 2 minutes down the road.
Go back to the drawing board, do some training, then go back at it.
So, Gangster, what is your intake about Marissa?
You know, honestly, I don't think I've seen Marissa. We don't have that much to say because, I mean, honestly, I don't really know who she is, you know, to be honest. But me, I don't be paying attention most of the time. But, I mean, she's probably able to do some big things in this company, you know.
Last week, she faced up against the Gladiator, Alex Sanchez.
Oh, okay. Did she win that match?
She lost against
I'm
the
gonna download
Gladiator.
Photo Lab and play with my pictures and make some Halloween pictures.
She's
cool.
She's a big woman. She's a big woman. I mean, hey, it's no shame in losing to the Gladiator, trust me. Especially if you gave it all you had. You know, matches with anybody there. It is no shame in losing, especially if you gave it all you got. You know, if you gave it all you got and it just wasn't enough, maybe it just wasn't your day. Go back, try it again. You know, pick yourself up off the ground, go back, do it again. Let's see if you get a different result.
So what's your intake about Devin Brosky's sister, Death Rose?
Death Row. Ooh, she's a bad motherfucker. She's a bad woman. She has cases upon cases upon cases of whoop ass, and she is waiting to open them. She is nothing to be joked with. You know, she reminds me of a Hall of Fame diva that went by the name of China. May she rest in peace. Just as big, just as brutal, just as mean. She's going to go far. She's going to go far. Very far. And if she keeps doing what she's doing, ain't nobody going to stop her.
Ha, look at this.
It's not like anybody can stop her now. But that also goes to say that don't mean just because she's unstoppable now, don't mean somebody don't have her number already. But with that also being said, she's a force to be reckoned with. She's somebody to watch.
So, what is your intake about Jennifer Quinn winning the Undisputed Rebellion title off of Death Rose?
Ooh, I know she had to be happy. Because to get a win like that, over a woman like that, a competitor like that, period. Man, yeah, she deserved that one. She deserved that one. Death Rose took her to hell and back, and she survived. How? I don't know.
This one's cool.
But whatever you did, it worked, and keep doing that shit from now on.
I love it.
Because for a minute I thought that Death Rose had her, but Quinn got a second wind and just never let up after that. She stayed on her, kept her down, kept her off her feet until Death Rose couldn't handle no more. And hey, congratulations and kudos to you.
So gangsters. So, what is your intake about Bad Amy being the main ONW Rebellion champion?
Bad Amy is exactly what it is. She's a bad woman. She might be small, but she's a bad woman. That Bad Amy got some evil in her that nobody understands. But is coming for her. From all sides of the globe, they are coming for her. And she has got to stay ready and be ready and stay on her toes. Don't walk around and, walk on pins and needles, eggshells and glass. No, don't do that. Keep strutting like you're doing. But be ready. Because every match you have, you don't know if it's going to be a title match or just a regular match. You don't know if your opponent in front of you is the one that's going to end up beating you to get a title match. You never know, but you don't want to find out. So therefore, always be ready.
Do you think Bad Amy should have some Brosky juice?
Nah, I think she's doing fine on her own. Whatever she's drinking, she's doing fine on her own. I don't think she need no Brosky juice.
Are you absolutely sure about that? Because she's eating a lot of Brosky's cheeseburgers.
Well, shit, maybe she didn't already have some juice. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why she's winning. I don't know. But I'm gonna say something before I get off of here, before I get out of here. To ONW Pro Nightmare. If you want a shot at our titles, work for it. Get your stripes. Because you don't want to be like Ghost. You can wait your turn, or you can earn your shot. Earn your shot. Show the champions, whoever has any belt, show the champions what you got
That's shoes.
Thank you.
to earn your shot. Prove it.
Cisco's girlfriend says she loved that picture.
Don't go whining.
Which
Don't go
one?
complaining.
The one that's got
Because
my
they haven't
face
had a fair
with
shot,
like
all
dark
this, all
black
that.
eyes.
Yeah.
She says she
Don't do
loved
that.
it. Quit hitting me
Your
with
shot
your
is
tail.
coming. Just wait your turn. Until then, prove yourself. Earn it. Maybe you get bumped up. Maybe you get your shot the next week. You never know. Always keep in mind, it's coming. You don't know when, but it's coming. And have respect for the company. And I can't stress that enough. Have respect for the company. And Ghost, this goes to you. You make people hate you because of your mouth. But see, you think your mouth is going to write checks that you're asking cash, but it's not. All you're doing is getting yourself into more trouble. Do everybody a favor. And just stop complaining. That's all we ask. Stop complaining. Wait your turn. Earn your shot. You have all the talent in the goddamn world and don't know how to use it correctly.
never killed a horse.
It's how I roll. And you can believe
Never
that.
shoved manure.
I see you in the ring sooner rather than later.
I've never swam
And
in a
this is
salt
Scotty
tank.
McPherson.
Never made
And
bread
we just
from
got
scratch.
done talking to the gangsta, the king of the streets. And that's all, folks.